My name is Cheryl Kiser, and I'm the Executive Director of the Lewis Institute for Social Innovation and the Babson Social Innovation Lab at Babson College. We're a small college outside of Boston, and we are the #1 school in entrepreneurship for both undergraduate and graduate. We also have executive education. And I think what's important is not that we've been #1 ever since the rankings, but we're the only school that does what we do. So let me explain what I mean by that. We have a simple strategy. It's three-pronged. We own a method. That method is called entrepreneurial thought and action. It starts with who you are, who you know, what you know, your resources at hand, and how you can iterate and then continue to act, learn, and build into new solutions, particularly in a time of incredible unpredictability, ambiguity, and unknowability. So in a world where we do not know what the future will be, and we can't particularly use our scientific predictive methods from the past, the only thing we can do is to act. So act, learn, build is at the heart of entrepreneurial thought and action. We extend that method. What do we mean by that? We're not just a school that is about family enterprise and new venture creation. It's about entrepreneurship of all kinds. If you are in government, it's about how do you think about policy different. If you're in medicine and healthcare, how do you think about healthcare differently? It is all kinds of avenues that entrepreneurial thought and action can be used. So that's how we extend our method. And we want to impact the world. And one of the big things we're doing is partnering with Micro-Tyco and Wild Hearts and Mick Jackson. And there isn't any other partnership that's as tied to our core mission as the partnership with Micro-Tyco and Wild Hearts. And why do I say this? It's because the basic method is around action. It is not about think tanks. It's about action tanks. So Micro-Tyco to us is phenomenal because it's the beginning of what I think of, and I've had this conversation with Mick, as a movement. Because entrepreneurial thought and action, to me, entrepreneurship is the most powerful tool we have on the planet for creating economic and social value creation. If we're saying that the world is different and we need to create business leaders who create economic and social value, we need cases that actually demonstrate that. Micro-Tyco does that. I love the notion that people inside of business have to actually generate and invest £1 to create as much as they can in a short amount of time. That money gets invested in a microfinance opportunity. And what I have heard from people is that just doing that teaches people who normally don't think of themselves as entrepreneurs, teaches them entrepreneurial thinking and acting. What does that do for the client of any business? If you are giving your staff internally a challenge to come up with and create and activate entrepreneurial thinking and creativity, that's only going to benefit the business. And by benefiting the business, you benefit the world. And we hear this all the time, whether it's from presidents of nations, champions and captains of industry. We need new thinking inside of our organizations and outside of our organizations. And I think what the partnership with Babson and Micro-Tyco has the opportunity to create a movement whereby people will start to see the problems of the world as opportunities. And instead of looking to government and foundations and not-for-profits, we look at it as a collaboration, and we're all problem solvers and we're all creators of our future. So rather than seeking jobs, we're having people create jobs of the future and create opportunities. So I am so excited about the Micro-Tyco partnership. Wild Hearts, I feel privileged and honored that we were introduced to them, and I hope that I can help extend this around the world with Babson and our methodology of entrepreneurial thought and action.